You're listening to the M3 Podcast, a weekly micro mini message designed to encourage, inspire, and maybe even make you smile this week. And now, this week's M3. Hey, thanks for taking the time to watch this video and learn a little bit more about hope. My name is Stephen. I am one of the pastors here at Hope Church. And we say that we are a church that is guided by core values. And they define who we are as a church, and they define who we want to be and who we are becoming as a church. And one of those core values is the core value of generosity. And generosity for us begins with understanding that as followers of Jesus, everything that we have, our life, the gifts that we've been given, every good and perfect gift is a gift to us from God. And it's a gift to us from Jesus. And it's been given to us, not for our own benefit, but it has been given to us for the benefit of others, to serve others, and for the glory of God. And generosity begins in the life of the individual by walking through two doors. The first door is a door that we are familiar with, Revelation chapter 20. Jesus says, "Here I am, I stand at the door and knock. If anyone would hear my voice and open the door, I will come and eat with this person and they with me." This first door is a door of which we have the invitation to open up our lives to Jesus and invite him into our lives. This is the door Zacchaeus opened when Jesus says, "I want to come into your house today and have a meal with you." And Zacchaeus opened up his life to Jesus, and Jesus came in and had a meal with him. And so the invitation for each of us is to go through that first door where we open up our lives to Jesus and say, "Jesus, would you come into my life?" And whatever it looks like, we don't have to get the room cleaned up in advance. We don't have to get things straightened out. It's just, "Jesus, would you come and be a part of my life as it is?" The second door occurs just a few verses later in Revelation, and it is this. It says, "After this I looked, and there before me was a door standing open in heaven. And the voice I heard speaking said to me, 'Come up here, and I will show you what must take place after this.'" The first door is the door of our lives that we open up to Jesus to come in. The second door is the door that Jesus is standing at and inviting us to come through. This is the door of supremacy of Christ in our lives. This is the door we walk through and we leave behind our old life and our old past, our old way of thinking, our old way of doing things. And we surrender our lives to Christ and surrender our lives to Jesus. This is the door that Zacchaeus walked through. When after sharing that meal with Jesus, he would leave his home and he'd go back out and he would repay all those people that he had cheated and swindled, and he would make right the wrongs that he had done. This was a surrendering of his will. It's the door we walk through when Jesus says, "Come and follow me." When we leave behind our own ideas and plans of our life and instead come and follow Jesus. This is a second door for the full surrender of our lives to the will of God, regardless of what happens, whether it turns into great wealth and prosperity, or even if it leads to suffering. Whatever that door leads to, we willingly follow through and follow Jesus to what he has for us. See, generosity for us begins with two doors. The first door, the invitation of Jesus into our lives. The second door is the surrender of our full lives to him, whatever may come. And a recognition that what we have in our lives and who we are comes to us from Jesus. And it's been given to us for his glory and for the service of others. Thanks for watching these videos and learning more about who we are at Hope. Thank you for listening to this week's M3. If you've enjoyed this podcast, please subscribe on your favorite podcast player. You might also enjoy our blog, The Milk Can, online at jumpingjersey.org. Have a great week.